Loud and clear.
The Midnight OJ Podcast.
The clock has started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna go with the chandelier. You never heard that song, bro?
MidnightOJ.com.
I have no idea who that is. I'm sorry. No.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Now available on iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
Man, who is this nigga once? Found this nigga, man.
If you think I'm selling out, all I did was switch the sound. Niggas like to take my words, trying to twist my shit around. Saying I said this, saying I said that. Little do they know hip-hop is back to rap. I'm about to manufacture crack, bridge the gap, finna smack any bitch if you think that my shit is whack. If it is, you can lick my sack. If it sucks, you can suck my dick. Couldn't even give a fuck cause I ran out of fucks to give. The ones, have you lost your mind?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Midnight OJ Podcast. We are currently hosting with our resident hip-hop expert, the Sully Sullenberger of this shit. My man, OneShotOnce. Check out his new track. OneShotOnce.com. Just Google him. Google all of us.
So during the break, we had One Shot listen to Token. What do you think?
Pretty interesting. Kid's definitely good. You know, I give him his props. Good lyricist. You know what I mean? We need more lyricists in the game right now.
One Shot rates bars.
But word, I definitely dig it. I just think he should be a little bit more versatile. That's
Yeah,
all.
he does all the same.
I mean, we've been watching this video of this guy for a couple of years now, so I think it's time for some new stuff. Besides,
Yeah, people want something new, even from their favorite artists. You know what I mean? Like, if there's one thing I noticed that you know, even I went through, is just like, you have artists coming out, you know, with new styles and shit like that, and sometimes you're just like, damn, yo, like I miss his old shit. Like, I like his old shit.
Yep.
But it's like, if you can have the best of both worlds, though, where it's just like, oh my God, this shit is so fucking dope. Have you heard his old shit? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Those are two different worlds.
it adds to the, as long as it adds to the library.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I being versatile ain't a bad thing. Change isn't a bad thing. You know, it's just about how you go about it. That's all.
How you execute.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see concerts 20 years from now? I mean, think about it. We have kids. You're going to be taking them to shows to experience their favorite artist, which
I think I think technology is just gonna take over completely. Like, you're just gonna start seeing fucking holograms. Like, it might not even be the artist themselves.
They already
on
did.
stage.
They did the hologram with ODB.
Yeah.
You saw that?
They've been doing shit like that.
I mean, that's a couple of years old.
But
But
yeah.
I was deferring more to like
That they're going to be doing concerts from their own house, and people are going to be paying to watch them on YouTube.
people will be on VR, watching
virtual concerts.
That's what I'm saying.
plugged in.
I think technology will definitely take over to a certain extent. Like you said, like VR, you'll probably have the whole fucking crowd put on a VR.
You'll be there.
And somebody's singing at the top of a fucking mountain or like a pyramid or something.
And meanwhile, there's a douchebag with a camera on his head. No, but like the Kanye West concert where he floated on a slab stage over the audience. Like that concept.
That's an example of the future.
It's
right
pretty
there.
insane. Yeah.
Is.
Just break your neck type. Holy shit! There he is. I mean, I'd be afraid to get like something drop on me or something.
Yeah. No,
like, what if he drops his cell phone or a microphone and somebody gets collected?
You know what's something I'm thinking about too is like, have you guys heard of these silent parties?
Oh yeah.
Where it's just like you go to a club and everybody has a set of headphones.
Mario just DJ'd a silent party somewhere. I thought I saw on his page. One of our boys.
Silent party.
Everybody, like, picture a club, packed club, but
Right.
everybody has headphones on.
Right.
Everybody's getting the music through the headphones.
I thought you meant like a silent party, like for like a club for like people that are deaf.
Oh my God.
I have a story. Wait. I have a story. I was hanging out with two of my boys. We went to Hoboken. What was that place called on 10th Street? 151, something like that.
Okay.
So we go in there. It was Danilo.
Okay.
So we go in there, and I'm telling people, I'm like, excuse me, and I'm like, I'm getting aggravated because I'm drunk already, and then I was like, dude, they're fucking deaf, bro. They can't hear you. I'm like, I didn't know. My bad, bro. I was 21. I'm like, my bad. I didn't know that. I go, how they dance? He goes, bro, they feel the beat. They go by the beat. I'm like,
but hold on. Was it a party?
Vibration.
Was it a party specifically for deaf people?
Why were we invited?
They didn't know.
No, it was public. It was public. It was public. Yeah, I think it was for the people, for the deaf.
It's probably like a benefit.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Hey, listen, man. Even deaf people got to dance.
But I'm sorry to cut you off. You were talking about silent.
Oh yeah, silent parties like
That.
like
Yeah,
not
that's
for nothing.
definitely.
Like who knows? I might be giving somebody an idea. It's like not for nothing. That could be a cool concept for like for a concert idea. Like imagine going to a live show and they're handing you headphones.
That's it. Plug into your phone and log into this.
You take off your headphones and it's like a silent stadium. Like, that shit could be crazy to a certain extent.
I don't like it. I like live. I want to be there. I want to see how you sound live, because you know how certain like bands, they sound great, but then when you go see them live, they don't sound anything like the fucking album. It's like, wow, holy shit.
Of course, because I've been through that too. Like earlier stages when I performed, I noticed that it's like you have to raise your voice.
Yeah.
You got to speak into the microphone.
Yeah, and
I mean, you sounded good here.
You got to get people
acapella.
You got to get people hyped. Sometimes some people do just have that voice. You know what I mean? That they'll sound like fucking DMX. Like he sounds the same in person as he does on a track.
Yeah.
I've been in the position plenty of times where people are just like, "That's not you," when they hear me, because I don't know. I guess I sound a little different on a microphone than I do in person. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I used to hate the sound of my voice on the voicemail. I couldn't stand it. like whenever you played it back to like check yourself, you're like, wait a minute.
I'm actually I used to hear this. I used to hate the sound of my voice, but I'm getting used to it now.
Yeah, no, it's.
You're still not used to it, right? You still find me annoying.
I sound a little bit like Lars Ulrich. Excellent.
Wait. You mentioned before. They have lullabies now. Metallica.
Yeah, this was a
the
long
fuck
time
is
ago.
this?
This was
Music
like,
for kids.
This was around when my daughter was born. Apparently, they came out with like a lullaby album of like their greatest hits, and I just find it terrifying.
Very terrifying.
I definitely got to check that out.
Like you want to talk about being versatile? That's definitely a good way of doing it.
I'm gonna play it for my kids tonight.
Holy shit!
Playing the real version.
No, they're not ready for that. They're so not ready for that. My son gets scared of Cat in the Hat, like the one that what's his face from Saturday Night Live did like live.
Oh,
right,
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers as Cat in the Hat.
You know what?
Terrified of him.
You guys
runs.
I'm not gonna lie though. It's like Dr. Seuss when you do it. Like real
life, yeah, it's a completely different.
It is kind of fucking eerie. It's a little bit fucked up. It's like a really bad mushroom or acid trip. You're just watching it, like, and that's what's fucked up too. That I've noticed, like when TV shows that we grew up on, like Looney Tunes and shit like that. It's like you loved it when you're a kid, and then it's like up until you're finally in that position where you're showing your kids and you're like halfway excited, you're like, oh yeah, they get to see the shit that I grew up on, and then you're watching and you're like, yo, this is fucked up.
Shit. Like my favorite was Woody Woodpecker. It's like he was fucked up in the cartoons. Like holy shit, man.
Yeah, but Woody Woodpecker put it all out.
Yeah, it's like Dave Chappelle. I think it was Dave Chappelle that was saying that he was like that. He had his kids watching Looney Tunes. Now he was like, he was talking about Pepe Le Pew. He's like, this guy is a fucking rapist. You know what I mean? It's just fucked up.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, cartoons now. My kids have learned Spanish with Dora the Explorer and her cousin Diego.
Yeah, my daughter speaks better Spanish than I do.
Right, exactly. Exciting. No, I was like, where'd you get that from, Dora?
Yeah. She's like, damn.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and I remember there was a thing for a little bit. They were trying to figure out if Dora was Mexican or Puerto Rican, and I'm just like,
clearly Mexican.
Yeah, yeah.
Clearly.
It's like they're not watching her. She's roaming the whole fucking, doing everything by herself.
with a little creature or monkey called chupacabras or something.
Yeah, shit is fucked up.
It's definitely different. My kids actually took on to Tom and Jerry, which I was surprised. And just like you said, if you lower the volume on Tom and Jerry, I mean, they don't say much as it is. It's some creepy shit, some fucked up shit, you know.
It is. It's all fucked up. But that's just shows. It's just like okay, I was still pretty young when SpongeBob came out, so I guess like I kind of grew out of it. But it was still airing, and you know, long enough that my kids started watching it and shit too. And it's like till this day I can watch SpongeBob because it's like there's so many fucked up puns
that they don't get, but you kind of see.
See, I've never seen that.
I remember there was one episode where SpongeBob is literally sitting there and fucking tidy whities. And on the screen it shows like real life like sponges and like sea life and shit, and his fucking pet snail Gary comes in. He's like, Gary, like it looked like he was watching porn. I was just like, that's fucked up.
He's watching sponge group sex.
There's little messages in all these cartoons.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
That is hilarious, man. That is hilarious.
That's where the creativity comes in too. You know? It's just, and I feel like that's part of it too. Is they do it for the adults too. You know, is that they're really good at executing that. It's like you can actually sit here now, and it's a little better to go take your kids to see certain movies and shit like that. You can actually enjoy it because they do some jokes for the adults, some jokes for the kids. You know, it's funny.
But it's still there. The puns and the double entendre is still there.
Sometimes it gets a little too edgy, and you're just like you're looking down at your kid.
Like, did she get it? Did she not?
Yeah. What's that new movie? With the fucking the hot dogs and shit. What is that?
Oh, Sausage Party. That is not a kid's movie.
That is not. No.
What the fuck?
Sausage
I remember I took my girl to see that, and it was pretty funny because
I think it's an R rating, even though it's an animated movie.
It is
an R rating.
It is R rated.
Not for kids.
And I remember the guy that was selling me the tickets. He was just like, "We're like, is it funny or whatever?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's funny. It's just disturbing." And we're just like, what the fuck are we getting into right now?
This is a cartoon.
I knew what he meant by disturbing after watching the movie. There's some fucked up shit in that movie.
I mean, that's Seth Rogen and all those guys from Knocked Up. And, right?
You gotta appreciate it though. They're pioneers of, you know, like new movie comedy and shit. Like one thing I love that they did recently was I'm a sucker for like classic movies for like the holidays and shit, especially like Christmas movies. Like I like all the National Lampoons and shit.
Home Alones and
Die
Hard.
exactly.
Yeah. Is Die Hard a holiday movie?
Yeah,
can it be considered? Right,
consider
it takes
a
place.
holiday
It's like
movie.
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah,
Lethal Weapon's a holiday movie, right?
Hardcore holiday movies. But have you guys got a chance to see that movie The Night Before? It's good because it goes with the concept of The Night Before Christmas. Remember, with, you know, all the different future, past, present, and shit.
Scrooge, right?
Yeah, and it's just these guys. It's Seth Rogen, his two friends, whatever.
Yeah. They want to do like a one last bash or one last hoorah
and
before they're.
It's fucking funny, bro, and you gotta appreciate that shit. You know, because I guess, you know, just touching lightly on it is like when it comes to holidays and shit like that, I don't know, a lot of people do have a hard time with the holidays, you know, so it's good. It's
depressing.
Good when shit, it is to a certain extent, you know, so it's good when shit like that comes out because it gets people out of that for a minute, you know.
It definitely helps. It definitely helps to laugh. Laughter's the best medicine.
Of course. And that's why we're here.
Yes.
Having a good time. Definitely check out my man OneShotOnce, OneShotOnce.com, Midnight OJ Podcast. Yeah. Currently, check it out, my friend, my brother. 12:44 a.m. in Lahore, Pakistan. Shout out to the troops, 2017, the returning troops, Wounded Warrior Foundation. And don't forget to visit our website and donate to St. Jude's, one of the only charities where 100% of the proceeds go back into the charity.
Yeah, shout out to St. Jude. They've been doing it the right way for a while now. You know?
And let it be a model to some of these other rinky-dink charities, you know, what the Kim Kardashians of the world call charities.
Yeah, right?
There is another charity out there with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's a good one, too. So
Yeah, that's been a good one for a while too.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was shows 20 years ago. We touched a little bit on the subject of changing genres and kids, right? So just like cartoons have changed, we used to see, I don't know, maybe you're a little younger than we are, we used to see kids and acts, like Another Bad Creation. We used to see kids rap. What happened to that?
Oh yeah.
Where has the little kid rappers gone? Or
I've actually seen one kid recently.
the Bow Wows of the world.
It ended with New Kids on the Block.
No, they weren't rappers, man.
I'm kidding.
Come
It's a joke.
on.
No, I
Those
think-
guys are still touring.
They are. No.
I think the last youngest rapper was probably Bow Wow.
Bow Wow, right? Like the one that made the most impact. I
yeah.
mean,
But nah, I'm interested to see it too, cause like I was gonna say it's terrible. I forget his name, but somebody showed me this kid recently, and I think he's from Chicago, and yo, this fucking kid's like 11, and he's a beast, and I was like, yo, this is cool. You know, like I like that shit. You know, like when you think about Crisscross and shit like that. like
yeah.
Shaheem.
Yeah.
You know, youngest member of Wu-Tang and
Yeah.
shit like that. Like, that shit's dope, you know?
Nice.
But I made this point, before I was saying that there's pros and cons to being young and an artist, and especially a young exposed artist.
Mostly
you know?
cons.
Is it-
Mostly cons.
Yeah.
I looked up Chicago Kid rapper, and it came up BJ the Chicago Kid.
No, that's
And the
somebody
first song that came out, ready? Church. He took your shit, bro.
Oh,
He took your
shit.
shit.
We're going to Chi-Town. Speaking of beefs, you don't see that develop the way they used to anymore.
No, because that ends up in fucking murder.
Yeah.
I mean, stupid. It's all stupid.
I think
But then-
most beef nowadays is kind of how it was in the early 2000s, where it was just like, it seems all staged. now,
Yeah, for
doesn't
the
it?
sake of selling albums and
Not even
and getting
just
clicks.
albums, yeah, just for fucking publicity. You know what I mean? I think it's all bullshit for the most part. It's very hard to see if anything is genuine anymore.
oh yeah,
You know?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, when it comes to beef and shit, I'm not even concerned with it. Like, yeah, I like to hear it.
Mhm.
You know, both artists and shit like that, but most of the time it's bullshit.
It's for the sake of
Yeah.
sales and
Yeah.
records and
And the media loves it.
so I mean, bring back payola, like pay radio stations to play your shit. Like, I mean, it was that or this. You
Yeah.
know, there was never an in between or perhaps a happy
This
medium.
or that. This or that. This or that. You could get
Black
with
sheep,
this.
baby.
You
Black
could get with
sheep.
that.
Yeah.
But it's definitely changed, and I'd like to see more of it. I wouldn't go as far back as Crisscross. I mean, Crisscross is kind of like an anomaly. You only get one of those
Yeah.
per generation.
Yeah,
Didn't one of them
man.
pass away, right? Like a year ago?
No,
Maybe.
really?
Crisscross? Yeah,
I'm
one of them
not-
passed
no.
away like a year ago.
I
so.
wasn't up on it. I was barely getting over Prodigy, and mostly
Yeah,
because he
that's-
was headlining in a Vegas show I wanted to go see.
That's fucked up. He had a lot of shows lined up. One that I was actually very interested in going to, and he died at the top of the week. He was supposed to perform that Friday, and I was just like, wow, that's.
I told
fucking
you,
crazy.
I brought this up to him.
And
he
they were
was
still
performing
and
recently.
and they were still gonna do the show, and I'm just like, how are you gonna do that? Like, how hard is that gonna be for you? You know, to just be up there without Prodigy, like that's fucked up. And
It's not fucked up. I think
and-
people who pass away would be like, you know what? Do it
Well-
without me. Just do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like
that goes back to like I don't know if you guys are Tribe fans, but
Tribe Called Quest, yes,
yeah,
of course.
remember
Yeah.
Fife?
Yes,
You know
yes.
what I
When
mean?
he passed away,
That was
a couple
hard,
years ago.
you know, and it was even harder too because when Tribe came out with their most recent album, you know, it was like almost heartbreaking because you hear unreleased, you know, Fife lyrics and shit on it, and they performed without Fife. You know, when they came out, I think I saw them on Jimmy Kimmel or some shit like that, and
It was just
like,
the two. Saturday
damn.
Night Live, I think, was.
I'm like, damn, that's fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like being in a group, you know, and one of your guys goes, and then you come out with an album without him, but with him, you know, and you got to do that. Like, no
tough.
holograms or anything. Like
It's tough.
Yeah, yeah.
That's tough. Dude.
Like I'm sure if
They
I
still
pet,
played him. Like I saw him on Saturday Night Live. They played his
That's what it was. It was
part
Saturday
in the
Night Live.
background, and it was epic.
I'm
man.
sure if I passed away, my wife would give him the keys, and you guys would do an episode together. Rest in peace, Joey.
Bruno would just take your place. Yeah.
That's
I have a
it.
question
yeah,
for
yeah,
you.
We
Now-
just put a sleeveless shirt on him.
Are you all? You listen to just all rap? Do you listen to rock,
Nah,
alternative?
Dude, I listen to a lot of shit.
What are your alternative groups or rock groups?
Or even Frank Sinatra. I mean, it could be whatever.
No,
Jack.
yeah.
Besides Metallica, what are your rap groups? I mean
Well-
rock groups. Sorry.
Well, to be honest, before I got into hip hop, I was very much into like rock for the most part. I like System of a Down.
Ooh, yes, there we go.
Nice.
Godsmack or no?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Godsmack.
Never really got into him too much.
He's one of he's one of the guys that I saw in concert. Sounds exactly like he is in the album.
Oh yeah,
Same
yeah,
voice.
yeah.
He's fucking
I
got a
do know
great
that.
voice.
Like I fucked with System, and if you want to get even earlier, like Nirvana. Always like Nirvana. Nirvana.
What about Cornell,
Classic.
the one who just passed away? Soundgarden,
No,
Audio
no.
Slave.
No,
He's got a
Audio
great
Slave.
voice.
I fucked with Audio Slave for a little bit.
Yeah.
Disturbed was another one. I've
Yes.
always
Wow.
Yes.
liked
That's
Korn.
moshing music.
Yeah, that's,
Korn is
Yes.
Korn,
Yes.
nice.
Another moshing music.
No 9 Inch Nails for you? No.
I did get into some like punk for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could call it like pop punk. Like I did fuck with Blink 182 for a
Okay.
little bit.
Weezer.
They had,
He loved Weezer.
Weezer was good. No,
Weezer's off the
I did
hook,
like
baby.
Weezer.
Love
and
Weezer.
as far as just like all around, like you'd be surprised. Like I fuck with Coldplay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they're good. They're good.
Dave Matthews Band is good too.
Come on, stop it. Really?
Yeah. No.
Oh, hello.
It
What do you have
depend-
against
it
Dave
dep-
Matthews?
it depends on the
Mike
mood,
would be
man.
disappointed right now.
It depends on the
Again,
mood.
I'm bringing up names. I know. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Darius Rucker,
don't even
Hootie
know
and the
who that is.
Blowship, Hootie and the Blowfish. No,
Blowship?
Okay. My bad.
But if you want to,
Destroy my age.
if you want to get even more classic,
I never
you know,
liked them, but-
I definitely like the Beatles, Jimi Hendrix.
Wow, nice.
You know, those are some other guys. Gil Scott-Heron, that's another one. I've been finding myself listening to a lot of Al Green recently.
Al Green?
Al Green.
Oh, Al Green.
Yeah,
Al Green.
Al
Okay.
Green.
all right.
Oh,
Of course, Michael Jackson. You know,
Yeah.
a lot,
Yeah.
much
Yep,
more
yep.
his older stuff. Like one of my favorite songs from him has always been Billie Jean. But
What do you do a remake of that?
never.
I can see you doing the Michael Jackson moves right now,
that's
bro.
respect. No, that's respect.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
respect.
yeah.
That's respect.
um,
I like that. That's good.
who's another one, man? The list just goes on. I listen to all types of music. I appreciate all types of music.
Now, a lot of
you know?
these people you mentioned obviously were around for a lot longer, but way before you were born,
Oh,
were popular
absolutely.
before you were born.
Yeah.
Can any of this be attributed to Rock Band and PlayStation or Xbox? I don't know which one you played. No, because a lot of those older guys, particularly like Hendrix,
They have the songs
and-
in there. They have
they
their
had,
songs
like,
in there.
all
yep.
those songs in there. It brought them all back for me.
Yep.
Like I had like he said, I was big on Weezer. We used to go to live shows. We used to go to see Rolling Thunder, what the hell, Smashing Pumpkins,
Yes.
all these guys, right?
Well,
But
yeah,
then they were like in the trunk and the cassette format, and Rock Band came out, and I was like, oh shit, I remember this. This is the shit, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero,
makes you
yeah.
feel-
If you were
No,
playing
there,
Xbox.
there was Rock Band too.
Right,
yeah.
right,
It makes you feel old, right? It's like, what the fuck?
But
This
nah,
is not
kinda.
no, kinda.
You are right about that though. There were some songs from certain artists that it's like, okay, were you ever stuck in that position where it's like for older songs where it's like the song but you just don't know the artist or the name of the song?
Right. I used to groove to this.
Like
you
like what's this one? Just like a white
Angel.
Stevie
Ooh,
Nicks.
baby. Ooh, baby. Stevie Nicks, yes.
Stevie
But
Nicks.
she was in a band called, I'm forgetting the name now. I got to look it up.
Yeah. Why you do that?
But yeah, you
go have
got
the
Stevie
conversation.
Nicks, like yeah, you get into all these just different pioneers of music. You know, like I won't lie, I've done the average thing where it's like I've definitely popped some acid, and laid back and listened to some Hendrix, and it's like it's funny the few times that I've been on acid, it's like you can't listen to hip hop on acid. You cannot.
I never
fucks with
tried
you.
that. Never
It fucks
tried
with you.
acid.
And it's funny because
By the way, I'm
that's-
sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Fleetwood Mac. was,
Fleetwood Mac.
That's it.
Yes.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying is like that's when you realize that when they talk about certain eras and certain drugs and shit, and it's like how it affects you, you know. And I remember, fucking, you know, I took a tab of acid. And
They
it's
still
just
have
like,
acid around.
Yeah,
How the fuck do you
man.
use
Acid's the
that?
shit.
What was the
Oh shit!
What's the drug? What's the drug that some guy killed the whole fucking the production of it? Was it mushrooms? There was a drug out there that doesn't exist anymore. I thought it was acid.
No, you can still get mushrooms. You can still get acid.
Might be talking about Quaaludes.
Something like that. I don't know. The guy died off. Is like they couldn't make it anymore. So go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue.
No.
Sorry to interrupt.
There was one guy making it. That was it.
Just one.
He had the recipe. He had the recipe for it.
Is his
Sorry.
name Walter White?
I couldn't think of it. You got to. That's good.
I'm
That's
sorry.
good.
Go
That's
ahead.
good.
Go ahead.
That's good.
No, I was just saying is I remember, you know, I only popped acid a few times, and every time I do it, it's just like I call it a spiritual vacation, mental vacation.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
And
indeed.
every time I just find myself listening to just that era of music. Like I pull up lots of Hendrix, Beatles is a big one too. Like, and I'll just be fucking vibing hard, like the Cruisers, like just like I remember
Bee Gees.
I remember
Love Shack.
I remember this one song came on and I fucking laid down on the floor and I told my friend, I was like, I am the floor. It was this fucking song, Nights in White Satin.
Oh, that's awesome! I love that song,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, it's a
I
good
love
one,
that
right?
song. I love it.
Yeah, and I was just like, wow, this is great.
Who's that other guy? You ever seen Half Baked?
All the time.
Oh, so who's the one that comes out of the bag? What's his name? The guitar-
Jerry Garcia.
Jerry Garcia. There you go, another one.
Yeah, who God, I feel like such an asshole for not remembering. Who's the one country guy?
Willie Nelson.
Yes.
Pothead.
Yes. He's another good one too. You gotta
vibe into him though.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got some deep lyrics in there.
Just like Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash is the shit too. You gotta get into him. Who's another one I fuck with heavy? Well, this isn't like country or anything, but Bob Dylan.
Yes.
Weird shit. You know,
But I don't know what the fuck he's saying though.
now look, check it. Here's an interesting seed that I could plant in your brain right now. Is this? There's like theories that say that Bob Dylan is the original rapper.
Okay.
And
I can see why. Yeah. I can see why. Yeah.
And it's like when you really think about it and you listen to his music and the structure of his lyrics and his songs.
It's bars. It's bars.
Yeah.
It's bars, yeah.
It's very interesting. You know? That's why we say some people are ahead of their time.
Yeah, true. So true, man. So true. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Do you feel like part of the floor right now listening to this?
Now look, I forgot the
You should make a remake of this song. This will be fat as a rap song.
That'll be an L sample.
Yes.
It'll never get cleared, but it'll be good.
You need
for
to.
a free
No,
song.
you could definitely sample.
I'll
a
take the
piece of
blame for
here
it.
or
Don't
there.
worry. Just send it to me. I'll make a video. Don't worry about
There's
it.
a series on YouTube where they take at random. They'll blindfold a DJ or a producer, and he'll pick 3 random records, and it could be like Fania All Stars, and one could be classical orchestra music.
Yeah.
And the shit that they put together out of these beats, man, with these little Moog machines and synthesizers.
Oh,
and
yes.
what comes out.
I've seen that.
It baffles me every time
It's
it comes
crazy.
out. They have a new producer. They did not too long ago. They did Swiss Beats, and what he put together out of these 3 albums, I was like, what the?
I just saw last week. There's this one guy that's a comedian, black guy, dreadlocks, heavy set, and he has all that, and he just starts going and records it, plays it back, and then he does
Splits
another
it
sound.
up. Yeah,
And
no, it's
bro,
amazing.
it sounds like techno.
Yeah.
The
It's
crowd
amazing.
is fucking dancing to it. I'm like,
Yeah.
he just did that in like fucking 2 minutes. I'm like, how the fuck do you do that shit?
Yeah, it's the beauty of technology,
Oh,
bro.
wow, it's
It goes a
crazy.
long way now. Like we could do things so much quicker now. You know, that's the beauty of it.
almost in real time. Like
Yeah.
it happens right in front of you, and you're just part of the experience.
I was fucking amazed. I remember the first time going on Washington Street when I was with my mother and my sister. We went to they had like an audio store on 2nd and Washington, and we went inside to buy a brand new radio with a tape that recorded your voice. So the guy kept saying to me, "Oh, go ahead, say something." I was like, all shy, embarrassed. I'm like, no. So my sister says something. He plays it back, and it's my sister's voice. I'm shocked. I'm like, why didn't I say something? Oh my god! I felt like I was famous, like she was famous, and so I'm like, oh my god, he just recorded her fucking voice. I was amazed. Bro, I was like 6-7 years old at the time. I was like, holy shit.
The big double decker boom.
This was back. I'm talking about back in like 81, 82. I'm like, holy shit, bro.
It took 12 D batteries.
exactly.
I was speaking of which, I was watching Do the Right Thing, the Spike Lee joint.
Oh yeah, like that movie.
Love that movie. Every
Good
time
movie.
it's on, I gotta watch it. It's such a throwback.
You can hate me again, but
Here
no,
we
I've
go.
never seen it.
Actually,
Joe, what do you do, bro?
I actually
what do
have
you
a bar
do on
like
your time
that.
off?
I actually have a bar
Midnight
like
OJ.
that where I say like do the right thing, like Spike Lee.
Yeah.
I really hope people will actually understand what I mean by that. But at the end of the day, you can't give a fuck. You just have-
No. You can't hold back. You can't hold back.
you
You
can't.
you know, you're not gonna be able to please everyone at once. You know, you're only gonna be able to please some
just
people
like,
some of the time.
Just like the video that he put up for my new song, I saw one dislike on it. And I was just like,
That upset you?
no, it didn't upset me.
Wait, but how many likes were there?
I don't know. I think it was in the 80s or something like that.
All right, so
No, I'm just sitting here and I'm like, who is this pompous ass? Like, who was the one guy that just
doesn't-
needed to be
Hold on.
the thumb down?
It doesn't show you who it is.
No.
What? No.
But like I said, I'm not affected by it. It really didn't upset me. It's just I just think it's funny.
well, you're bringing it up, so it upset you.
No.
You're bringing it up, so you're pissed about it.
I just feel like it could go either two ways. It's either I feel like there's just trolls out there. You know what I mean?
And
Of
let me
course. I feel like
tell
it's
you.
the one. It just has to be the
Haters
one
everywhere,
dude.
There's haters
Yeah,
everywhere.
of course.
Because
Of course.
Facebook does the thing. Be the first to post
No,
on
no,
this.
wait.
Yeah.
So he wanted to be the first to be,
Be honest with me. I only did it in 2 hours, but be honest. Do you like the video?
No, I do. I think it's definitely cool.
You think? All right.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. It looks like a fan video.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's what I like about
That's a
it.
thing. That's
Yeah.
I thought of what's her name? Because I'm like, you know what? He's not going to be in the video, but I'm like, whatchamacallit did it? Mia with Chandelier. I'm gonna
I have no idea who that is. I'm sorry.
You never heard of that song, bro?
Yeah, I'm lost.
No.
I gotta play it.
No, don't play it.
She did a video. She did a
Sia.
video with a like a ballerina girl dancing in ballerina in an apartment, and I'm like,
but
she's not even in it.
That's different.
The
That's all
singer's not even in
visuals.
it, so I'm like, I could do this for him.
And that's shit that you can appreciate too, like with certain artists. It's like it depends on the song and shit like that. Like I have video ideas where I'm not in the video.
Yeah.
You know, like it just comes with the territory, I guess.
Let us know. Joey will probably produce it for you.
And it won't be shitty, bro. I'll put more time into it.
It won't be the 3 a.m.
Exactly.
Always blessed to have you with us, man. OneShotOnce, OneShotOnce.com. Check out his new joint, his new tracks. Give him some likes.
SoundCloud.com.
Give him some dislikes. I mean, don't hold back.
He likes the dislikes.
Tell me how you feel.
Tell me how you really feel. Leave a comment below.
Let me know.
Always a pleasure to have you, my brother.
Thank you.
Always glad to have
Always
you.
a pleasure to come through. You guys are very hospitable.
Always good to talk
Thank
about
you.
acid. That's
Yeah.
always a good topic, and
Hey, we gotta get into it. You know?
our fans always appreciate it. Just so that everyone knows,
Let's get down to the gritty.
you're always one of our more popular episodes. And we've
Nice.
had a few guests
Yes.
on. We've only had 10 episodes, and let me tell you, it always gets clicks every month, no matter how far away.
Nice.
How, it's always kind of just on the up and up. So
Our biggest fans are from Ireland. Which is
Ireland,
weird.
Really?
we're,
But
we're
in-
big in
in-
Ireland.
Oh,
for some
the
reason.
Olimmerland.
Yes, exactly. and
That
in
was
the,
good.
and in
I
the
love you
U.S.,
guys. I love
in
you
the
guys.
U.S., it's California. I told them they're our biggest fans because they're always fucking drunk.
Word.
always
Now you got to
cheering.
appreciate it, man. I appreciate everybody that looks into you guys, looks into me. It's all love. Yeah,
Any
Let's,
friends you want to bring on next time, we'll consider that idea. We'll get some beats and some tracks on playback and shit.
Yeah.
We're running out of mic ports though. That's the
Try
only
to see
problem.
what we can do.
Someone has
Definitely
to share
have
a
room
mic.
for one more.
One more.
Word,
That's it.
word. Nah, man. Yeah, maybe next episode we'll do something a little more tasty.
Yeah,
And
Something
maybe I
a little
could
bit more laid back.
do
and,
something a little live.
Yeah.
So you guys have never heard of this, huh?
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have. Yeah.
Now he gets it. Oh, yeah. I was drunk one time at a club, and they were playing it. Everyone was drinking at the same time.
No, my wife plays Kids Bop, and this comes in. The kids version. The rated PG version.
She did a song where she wasn't in the video.
Okay.
I used to think I only had nightmares when I slept.
That one happened. Currently 12:35 a.m. in Kabul, Afghanistan. Shout out to the troops.
Yeah.
I like that.
This man was meant to do one thing and one thing only. That was to grace this world with his presence on the mic.
Set him back like a spinal tap. Watch you throw shit back like a hand grenade. Now your man's blowing up and your man's is paid. I've been laying shit down, this a road that I paved. Getting older in age, so I'll son you niggas. Rise like the sun, I'm above you niggas. Trying to block my shine, must be out of your mind. Outshine anybody, watch a hater go blind. Anybody got a problem, we can take it outside. I be laughing in your face, ha 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 ha. I don't understand my mind, sometimes I just need to be repping nonsense and take a little break from being honest, conscious, cause it's the shit that sells. Like the shit you sniff but don't smell. And I ain't trying to sit in no shelf. Let's go, got bars for life like I'm doing life. Do what I do when I do it right. Move precise, depending on my mood. I can move the moon, remove the light, just shoot the dice and let's bet it. See me running back Jerome Bettis. Don't know where I'm headed cause I lost my mind. Don't even know where my own head is. Let's get it, go. These rappers talking shit but it don't mean shit, so step it up. Talking like they real legit but you might as well quit or step it up. If you real that real then step it up. If you really know the deal then step it up. Now I'm getting fed up so step it up. Get fed up so step it up. Let's go. Hold up, wait. Let me get this straight. Your niggas wanna eat, but it's off my plate. Get the fuck in my face, trying to tarnish my taste. When it comes to this rap, gotta know that I don't play like an injury. They just wanna give me head like a guillotine. Fuck that shit, won't give them 1 inch of me. In this life, all you got is leeches. When you speak, gotta leave them speechless. Why you think that I preach like a preacher do? But your niggas cross me like a priest would do. See you doing good and they try to make peace with you, but they really want a piece of you. Cause they can't come peace, so they follow my feet. Try to steal my swag, try to eat what I eat, so I always switch it up. Said I'm hot dog, I know you must heard, but you never catching up. That's why I bust a rhyme like I'm bust a bus. Yelling fuck a pussy while I bust a nut. Tell them dick rider niggas gon' catch the bus. But they catch these hands and get slapped it up. People think that I'm acting, I'm just acting up. These rappers talking shit, but it don't mean shit, so step it up. Talking like they real legit, but you might as well quit or step it up. If you real that real, then step it up. If you really know the deal, then step it up. Now I'm getting